Hey everyone, welcome to the overview for the drum part on Lion and the Lamb. We're going to take this song at 90 BPM. You can either adjust that to quarter note or eighth note, whatever's best for you to play. This song is actually really challenging. It's got a lot of nuance to the parts and all that. So in this overview, I just want to kind of break down a couple of anchor points to the drum part so that if you're just looking for a quick way to learn the song, you can kind of hack your way through it until you can learn the detailed nuance in the tutorial and the play along. First off, everything in the song is 16th notes. So what I mean by that is the hi-hat groove with the kick basically on a basic downbeat and the snare on a backbeat. You could play it that way if you had to play the whole song that way. You could also play it 4 on the floor. And basically just keep your hands chugging on 16th notes, do your fills, all 16th notes. What I mean by that is now, most of us as instrumentalists and drummers and guitar players, everything, we love challenges. So I don't want to diminish the challenge for you, but this is basically just a way to hack your way through it if you're needing to learn something really fast before rehearsal. The other thing that you can do to this is kind of keep to one pattern that's a little bit more basic, I should say a little bit more complex than that basic pattern, and this is what that kick pattern is. And you can do that pretty much through the chorus and the intros. The only thing you'd want to dial back is the verse, where it goes to more of either a 4 on the floor or 2 on the floor. Aside from that, really, you can leave a whole lot to liberty, unless you have a band that's looking to do the Bethel version that's really in sync, or our Worship Solutions version that takes some nods from the Bethel version but changes some of the nuance, which I can show you in the tutorial. But what I will say is, when you go to the chorus, you'll hear our track open up to the ride cymbal. We stopped doing 16th notes on the hi-hat, and we go to 8th notes on the ride, and we use a tambourine in the track to kind of cover it up and keep that 16th note momentum going. So when you watch the play along, you're going to see me go from 16th notes on the hi-hat around the drums to 8th notes on the ride, but it's probably going to feel like there's still 16th notes happening, and you can do that with a percussion player or an aux player. If you got a backing vocalist that's got a good sense of time and she loves or he loves to dance, you know, give him a tambourine. That's a great way to go. So hear that basic that's the thing that keeps it going. And a lot of drummers, myself included, my calf muscle gets really tired when that's happening, and my foot gets sloppy. And I can only say all of us as drummers need to practice, get that muscle memory down, get it to where that's not a strain on your muscle to play it 5 or 6 times during sound check and rehearsals, and then do it a few times during the weekend if you have multiple services. It's a different demand for all of us based off how we volunteer or serve at our church. And you'll want to make sure that for that kick pattern, you're dialed in and locked and loaded so that it doesn't feel like the grooves going washy everywhere. That's the basic overview. I'll dive in a little bit more to the nuance of our interpretation of the kick patterns and bass patterns and things like that in the in-depth tutorial. And then there's a play along as well that you can play along to our version with. I'll see you there.